I knew there had to be ideas of resistance, manifest best in the guise of my distance. This persistence ends with a comma, or I can spell it out. I don't rap for no drama corps. Open heart, sore blood on my sleeves, but I can't stop the progress. No time to grieve. Get your ass straight and maybe we'll be friends again. Till then, represent, this is next gen.
Number 1 is the fans, 2 is ourselves, 3 is the music, the content itself. Give a damn about dollars, man, we rather make sense. We are the next gen, this is the next.
Hello and welcome to the first in what's going to be a ongoing series. I'll be talking about strong and positive female characters in all of geek culture. I will start off by defining the term protagonist, because I'll be using that term a lot, and I'll be using 2 definitions of it. The first being the most common definition of the character being a leading character or one of the major characters in a drama, movie, novel, and other fictional text. The second one would be the advocate or champion of a particular cause or idea. With that out of the way, let's get started with the series. We're going to start off with one of the most sexy and one of the best fighters in the SoCal series, who's also a loving mother. I'm talking about Sophitia Alexandria. She first appeared in Soul Edge and has been in Soul Calibur, Soul Calibur 2, Soul Calibur 3, Soul Calibur Legends, Soul Calibur 4, Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, Warriors Orochi Ultimate, and Soul Calibur Last Swords. And then the last one, she was actually referred to as the Virtuous Holy Warrior. And she uses the Athena style in the games. She was the daughter of a baker in Athens, and she prayed daily to Athena. However, it would be Hephaestus, the god of smithing, who would actually appear before her while she bathed in the forest. Kinda creepy if you ask me, but nobody ever does. He told her of an evil sword that he was really jealous of, and he told her to come to the Iridite Shrine to receive the Omega Sword. At first she declined, but eventually relented when he told her that he could do it, or that she can do it, and that she would be awesome at doing it. She eventually did do it, eventually did go there, and she did get the sword, and she did finally track down the Soul Edge and its master Cervantes. However, she only managed to destroy one of the blades, which at the time was the feminine half, be as it will. However, she was ruined by one of the shards that came out at such a great force. And when she was taken home, only her sister was the only one to believe her. She then met and married a blacksmith who was taxed by Hephaestus to forge her new Omega Sword when she had visions of a new sword coming into being. I guess the Soul Edge wasn't completely destroyed. And so she actually went on to a new journey where she found out the Soul Edge did survive, but this time she actually healed the land polluted by the evil blade as she was going along. And she only went home after she made sure that somebody else had destroyed the blade. And she returned home, married her fiance, gave birth to a couple twins. However, her happiness would be short-lived, as a piece of the Soul Edge found its way to her husband. Her children actually started fighting over the shard, and her sister, Cassandra, took the shard and the Omega Sword and left to destroy the sword. However, weeks later, Sophitia would actually decide that if she wanted to be rid of the blade's curse, then she would have to take a third journey. And again, her husband forged her a new blade, as the one that she had was taken by her sister. And she actually went after her sister as well. She would eventually find a young girl in green clothing that would tell Sophitia that the blade was in a different castle. Get it? In a different castle? Never mind. And that she was gonna play with her children later. She soon realized that the girl never felt any happiness and commented about it. And the girl went mad, left, but not before telling her that she will see her children soon. At this point, she went back to her husband to take care of the kids, and she continued her search for the blade, as she felt that the only way she can be safe is if she actually destroyed it. She would end up fighting the blade. However, she learns that her daughter had been kidnapped. And if she would destroy the sword, she would have her daughter be destroyed as well. She would sacrifice herself here for the sake of the common good, and to keep her daughter alive, she would actually start protecting the sword. At this point, she would find out afterwards that when somebody was actually going to destroy the sword, that she could actually transfer her last shard that was actually in her body to her daughter, when the sword was actually finally destroyed by Siegfried. However, this caused her death, but she sacrificed herself so her daughter would live. Why is she a good role model? Well, let's actually start off with the thing. She's human. In this whole thing, she's actually portrayed to be human. She has some great qualities. She's a great fighter. She's a great healer. As you know, as her second journey, she was actually healing as well as fighting on her way. But she was flawed, and as flawed humans, she sacrificed the greater good of everybody just so her daughter wouldn't die. What mother would not have? That's a big decision for most mothers, and she made the ultimate sacrifice by trying to keep her daughter alive. And then when it came down to her daughter dying and everything, she found out, well, here, have the shard in you, and continue. Tell your brother and your father that I love them, and died, which is actually pretty decent. Her legacy. Let's put it this way. WomenGamers.com have actually praised her strength as a character in the series, noting that she's probably one of the most important and pivotal of all the characters in the games. Additionally, praise was given to her personality in contrast to the more common anti-hero characters, as well as the realism of her fighting style, approach, states all combined made her role in the game uniquely positive. And she is a very uniquely positive character, as I've stated before. And just to have the healing there, being a mother who has to make the important decision, well, do I let my children die for the sake of the world, or do I keep my daughter alive? I don't know if most mothers would make the decision that she did, but she did. Well, I guess that's all we have to say about Sophitia today. Tune in next week when we're going to celebrate more positive female characters, and actually the one I have lined up for next week. As a bit of a teaser, she's a Southern Belle who has been in comics, video games, movies, and cartoons. So she's kind of a quadruple threat there. And don't forget to like and subscribe here if you want to see more of this. I would love to continue this. I'm going to continue it. Like and subscribe. Make it awesome. And I will close by saying to close this world to open the next.